Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a hi. This guy, yeah. Hello, and welcome to a new episode of One More Cup of Coffee here on TubeTube. Yeah, I know you're not on. I've not turned you up yet, but I'm about to. So we're joined.
Just save your legs. That's all.
It's all right.
Just thinking about you, you know.
So we're joined by Dave Brown, James Quinn, Swamper. Where's Brian?
He's behind you. He's behind Quinny there.
Behind Quinny. And, well, over to these professionals to do some kind of in-depth interview about football and stuff.
Well, thanks, Dave, for coming up. I think we're all getting our breath back from that.
Is anyone going to give Dave a microphone?
Yeah, I think there's one there. Going to get our breath back from that game. A game that has become synonymous now, even synonymous. FC United versus Frickley. We know how they set the stall out. We went to their place earlier in the season and probably about 15 minutes of madness resulted in a very poor performance, and they put us to the sword that night. We've readjusted the balance tonight with a good all-round performance. What are your thoughts of how it went?
Yeah, first half I thought it was a good performance. Turn it up. Yeah, we thought it was a good performance first half. It could have been 3 or 4. One mistake resulted in their goal, and I thought we were right on top. Sorry, I was looking at Greaves' t-shirt then.
What did it say, by the way, just out of interest? What did it say?
It says, we are having a boy.
Ah, okay.
His girlfriend's pregnant, isn't she? So, obviously.
Yeah,
we knew it would be a battle, because that's all they can give us, really. They wouldn't outplay us, and we're all recovering a little bit, but it's about 3 points, isn't it? And they've gone and got it, and I thought we were well worth it.
It certainly was a half-fought game, and we were talking out earlier on actually about a half-fought game in the FA Trophy against Buxton, a good quality footballing team, and from the front they're not too dissimilar. They've got some good quality players up front to get the ball quick, and they did trouble us a few times in that first 45 minutes, but we get an opening goal, a tremendous goal from Linfield, lovely step over by Tom Greaves, and then it sets the stall out, and you're thinking we can now go on and convincingly beat them. And then there was that incident where a tremendous bit of goalkeeping from their right back punched the ball over the bar. What were your thoughts at that moment when the referee decided it wasn't a penalty and indeed it was just a corner?
Oh, we weren't that bothered. So, like you could see, we were calm down there. I mean, it's just ridiculous, wasn't it? From everybody could see it. I mean, apparently we've got it on camera. One of the lads has got it on camera.
We've seen it on camera.
And, we asked him at half time, and he said, "Oh, I might have made a mistake, but yeah, I think you might have there, mate."
Well, he might have made a mistake, but he certainly made up for it in the second half, didn't he? Because he was tremendous.
Yeah, they were all the officials are tremendous, every one of them.
But isn't the key thing though that the result, in a way, is that we're not talking about the referee because FC won the game in spite of the officials? Isn't that a testament to the team's character? And
yeah.
there was just a time towards maybe half time where I felt there was just a day in David Birch got booked unusually, and I just thought where players were just getting involved, understandably, but in the end people kept a lid on it enough to.
It can be detrimental to your performance, can't it? I mean, you're talking to somebody that used to get involved with the officials week in, week out, and it doesn't do you any good. And it is a testament to the character, because they keep putting that aside. And I mean, we've all watched them for nearly 10 years now, and come through our own games, and it just seems like they're here to destroy the game. Maybe I shouldn't be saying these things, but it's just that with that poor tonight, it just looked like that. And anyway,
it's a shame really, because it deflects on a lot of occasions from the quality out there. I mean, I thought there was two teams. I mean, you're right, we had more quality in our play than they did, but there were always a danger with Allett especially, but he didn't necessarily look on his game tonight. Doesn't look fully fit.
The seven who scored the goal, what a goal!
But I mean, again, he caused us trouble all evening, and he's a good quality player. But you're 1-0 up. They get an equaliser. And it's the game. Then it's there's challenges going in. There's players there getting involved, as we said. Birch gets booked, but I always think when Dave Birch gets booked, he starts playing, because until that point, the referee. Well, off air we're talking about it. Go on then. Well, put it on the microphone at least.
Stephen Wood, everyone.
You've probably heard it for the last 90.
It's just been pointed out that we've got a big problem in a fortnight because we've now got 3 players suspended, because that was Birch's 5th yellow and that was Stott's 5th yellow, and it would have been Linfield's 5th yellow, but it was a red one as well. So it's going to be a Barwell replay or the Saturday after where we're at least 3 players down with suspension there.
And you could play those Swampy. I saw you at half time.
At
Curzon. Good daisy cutter.
I can certainly.
I think we've had we've talked about this with all our players. You know, that's football, isn't it? You get injuries, suspensions, you get a lack of form, and lads have got to step up and do the job, haven't they? I mean, Knowlesy comes on and scores. Should have been the winner, really.
Well, it should have been the winner, but what a tremendous header!
Great ball in, great header. The lad's a good player, and that's what he's all about, attacking the ball. And suspensions and what have you. You know, we'll be able to handle that. We've got good players. We've got
and Barwell. Barwell are doing well at this moment in time. They're going up the league. Well,
hopefully
against what most people were thinking, to be honest, because we saw the way they played against the approach that they had. They may well have changed that approach, or
hopefully they'll try to beat us, rather than 5-5 and
exactly. And it is a cup competition, so they'll be wanting to do that. But equally. You've got to be very, very pleased with the all-round performance of young Van Gils. You know, it was a big game. I mean, you know, there was people putting questioning, thinking that's a big game for him to come against a physical team like that. What was the thoughts of Carl and yourself and Darren to bring a player in with the kind of touch and technique that he possesses against a big physical team like that?
Because of that touch, technique, something different. They look at him and think, "What's this all about?" And I think he created something for Greavesy after 10 or 15 minutes there that was just as good as the Sevens goal. He's turned him inside out, knocked a great crossing, and Frank's a good player. Simple as that. He can do that. And
he was so unlucky not to have the assist early on of Tom Greaves headed it across. Did Tom think there was another player coming in, or did he just miscue?
We've just been having to get him there in the change rooms. I just think he's mistimed his headers. Simple as that.
What's even more disappointing for the lad is that actually, if that player hadn't punched it over the bar, that was Van Gils actually headed it in. It would have been his opening goal for FC United in the league match.
Well, we've seen Frank, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
In the youth team, and we talked about it a couple of days, and with Wolfie not being in, who's also a different sort of player, we've got the same sort of players in midfield, and we thought throwing Frank in will give us that something different, and I thought he did really well. He got a bit tired, that's why he came off.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were in agreement. It was the right time to bring him off. You know, short the midfield a little bit more. Bring on Kay, you know, to sort of like shore up that midfield, and you know we know he's an attacking player as well, so we can move forward.
Can I just say as well, the lads have been superb with him. They really have. You know, it's a great dressing room, and the young lad is, you know, it's a bit daunting playing in front of our supporters, even when you're 35. And
he's 35.
Yes, 35.
Blooming heck, he's a young looking thing.
65. He's Arnold out of different strokes. No, they were great with him, and that helped him through the game.
Well, we were talking to a couple of the players when they were doing warming up before half time, and they said that, you know, in training, he said he's been different class, you know, and they've seen his ability, but also they've seen his quickness and thought and what he can do with the ball. And none of them were surprised that he was playing here tonight. And as I say, we've both been lucky enough to work with him in a youth team perspective, and he's got bags of talent, and it's a question now whether we can carry that on with him and he can, you know, cement a place, because a performance like that really. He probably wants the ball a little bit more than he got tonight, because we know he likes to be on the ball, but you know he's got talent and got qualities.
He's had to get the bus here tonight as well, so that's why he was a little bit later than he should have been. But we're tough for him, and we want to bring players through. There was 4 or 5 of them at training last Thursday. I think Daz commented on it on Saturday after the game, and they're up for it. We're getting that now. We're getting the players that are stepping up, and they're pushing these lads, and they know. Like you said, you've spoken to the lads, and there's no surprise that they're playing. They know that they're there, and they've got to keep playing well. I think I said it a few weeks ago. We're at a stage, I think, now where we were in the first season, where if you don't play well, chances are you might not be in next week. And we've got people, and we've got the lads coming through as well.
Speaking of that, has Nick Culkin got the shirt?
Well, he's just said that's him retiring yet again.
I don't think he wants
Can
it.
he have a benefit?
Well, is David Garnell's back fit then? Is it just a short term?
Bloody bear and be.
Hopefully, I thought apart from the early one where he's come to punch it and missed it, they protected him quite well, and I thought he did okay. But Nick doesn't want to play.
He cleared out 4 players in that charge, didn't he?
Well, I mean, towards the end of the game, he's taken that ball and he's got up in the air and he's come down, and you think he's not going to get up here. But when he had the ball in his hands, I thought he just got to go to sleep or something. Just have 20 minutes down there because
I think Dave's just got a little bit of a muscle twinge, so hopefully he'll be.
I mean, I was surprised that Nick was in. You've presumably not got cover that you're happy to put in place.
Oh, we're happy with Nick. No, we're quite happy with Nick.
What I meant was, obviously,
swampyism,
there was some kind of interference there. I think. I said, obviously, we're surprising that as well as Nick, you didn't have a younger goalkeeper.
It's surprising it's taken you so long to put him in.
Yeah, what I was going. Yeah, thank you. But having said that, it was perhaps a surprise that there wasn't another goalkeeper as well on the books who could have.
Yeah, I think possibly Carl will look at that now. It came so late where Dave's sort of declared himself unfit. We're not lumbered with Nick, but we've not possibly not been able to.
If you're listening, Nick, I love you. I mean,
yeah,
regardless of this interview, we all love you.
No, we're not saying that. I thought he did really well.
No, but
he'd retired. Joking apart, he had retired.
Joking apart, he's had enough.
Yeah.
And I think early on the season, Carl had a chat with him about not hanging his gloves up. But as I say, when he's
done a decent enough job tonight, and he's got that professionalism. He's also got that vocal side of things where he can actually help his defence.
Yeah.
We go 2-1 up, great goal as we said by Knowles, absolutely tremendous, and then we should be 3-1 up. And Tom Greaves, you're thinking, nothing's really gone right from in front of goal tonight, and then you're thinking, square the ball, give it to Kay, it's a tap in, but he tries it with the left foot, the goalkeeper saves it, he punts the ball out, and a great equalising goal. And at that moment, Tom Greaves must be thinking, what on earth do I need to do to get a goal? But lo and behold, the Yorkshireman comes up with the goods, and what a goal it was, because I don't think it was in a flash, wasn't it, the goal, but the way he actually just turned that man and he'd gone, and then that little dink under the goalkeeper.
It's typical of him, isn't it? He never ever gives up. He works his socks off, and he's got himself the goal that he's deserved. Well, first half, that's how football is. I think at 1-0 they've hit the post.
Yeah, that's right.
He's gone up there and scored straight away. So I think that little bit of fortune that we weren't getting early on in the season, it started to shift. Touch wood.
We're just Callum Byrne and Ashworth both went off serious injuries.
Just a little bit, both hamstrings a little bit tight.
Right. Precautionary rather than serious.
We saw that with Byrne, didn't we? We saw he got a little bit, he felt it, but the ball came back to him. He opened his body, turned, went past the player, then whipped the ball beautifully on the right hand side, and then went, oh no, that is the end now. I'm afraid I'm coming off. But again, he's showing a lot more. Against Frickley, I think the question was asked to Carl. Is he the kind of player? Well, he might not be the kind of player for that kind of game, and that's what Carl felt at the time. But he's had confidence in him tonight, and he was doing exceptionally well, I thought. And on Saturday against Buxton again, he's showing that quality and that form. But again, if it's precautionary, which is good, but it's a big game on Saturday against Stourbridge in the league as well.
Long journey as well.
But it's a great way to win a game. 3-2 up. There's a lot of banter between the two dugouts. There's a lot of banter between Steve Wood and every single Frickley fan on this left-hand side. There's some questionable language, there's some questionable challenges, and there's some questionable finger gestures from several people. But that's going to be really satisfying. And I think one thing it shows is that this league, this year, we've talked about the teams that have gone from it and it's maybe open for FCUM, but there's no easy game at the moment. Every game it's tough, it's hard work, and it's huff and puff, and you've got to grind out results at the moment this year. It doesn't necessarily mean that the football is brilliant, because it's going to be hard to be brilliant against a team like that, but the determination, the endeavour, the quality of our just being focused has won us that game in the end.
Yeah, it's questioned about us. We're a great football team, aren't we? But can we dig in? Can we work hard? Can we be resilient? And we're listening to their dressing room at half time, get in the faces, kick them. They don't like it. They don't like this, but they show it. They show how strong they are, and I'm chuffed that they've gone and pinched a win, because they deserved it. It really shouldn't have been a pinch. It should have been 3-4-1, nice and easy. But like you said, they're a difficult team to play against.
They are indeed.
And
but surely the key thing, and this is what FC are getting over now, has been putting the ball in the net, because there's been a lot of clean sheets.
Yeah.
Would
Not
have been
tonight,
tricky
Nick.
tonight. Well, would have been tricky in those circumstances. But as the goal, I mean, like Greaves, we've talked about not just this game. He has missed things that normally would just be a gimme for him. So it feels to me that once that's resolved and the chances are taken on a much higher ratio, then the team's good to go.
Cliche-wise, forwards are streaky, aren't they? He'll go and get 10 goals now, Greavesy, and hopefully that's 10 wins as well.
And do your fourth now after tonight. So
really?
And with a game in Buxton a second and FC are 2 points behind them with a game in hand. So fourth is pretty heady for FC United at this sort of time of the season. Just see now going on now.
There you go,
Win after win after win after
We're
win.
doomed now.
Speaking of which, FC Live audience, goodbye. Gonna Raise Hell's coming up next.
See you later. Don't
Enjoy.
forget, you can continue to listen to this at a later stage
On YouTube.
on YouTube.
Crack on anyway with your jinxing stuff.
Well,
The players want to be right up there. They're saying it to each other in the at training and in the changing rooms. They want to be right up there, and we come on that amazing run. We don't want to be having to win 15, 16 games in a row. I mean,
well, let's do it now.
yeah. Let's not get beat again.
I mean, the one thing that's certainly
Speaking of jinxes,
I think one thing that's true to say is that this season, watching other teams that are playing against each other, as I have done on quite a few occasions, every game's a tough encounter. It's hard work. It's down to hard work and endeavour, and it's the quality of them will shine through. But it's down to that fitness, that hard work. Keep pressing, keep working, keep pressing, keep working, and something will come. And as I say, going back to it doesn't have to always be pretty. Tonight we play some lovely football at stages, but when we've needed to dig in and work hard and put last-ditch challenges in, that's wins your games. And that's what we've done tonight. And I think this season, fans are going to have to realise that there's no easy game in the respect of all teams are quite equal in a lot of ways, and every game is going to be a scrap. It's going to be a hard-fought victory, or a draw, and every team are vying for that top spot. You're right. I think we've been sort of under the radar, 7th, 8th, 10th, 11th. In a way, that is sometimes quite a good thing, because other teams are thinking, FC aren't doing, but we're now to that spot 4th, so we're in the spotlight again, so we've got to make sure that we're resolute and we can continue to play the way we are. Because if anyone hears tonight from Stourbridge watching that, they're thinking, bloody hell, FC United, they've got some guts, they've got some determination, they're not scared of putting it in against a big team, and they are a big unit, and they can look after themselves, but they can score goals, and they've got quality as well.
yeah. I think you're right about the teams in the league. I think there's Skelmersdale a good side, Buxton a good side, Curzon a good side, we're a good side. Ramsbottom right up there at the minute.
Of course, playing good football.
So we've just got to keep winning games, haven't we? And then scrappy games, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
At the end of the season, we win the league or.
It seems a tough it out season to me. One of those tough it out seasons where you just got to battle, and then we'll see where you're at the end of the season. Unlike many seasons where we've gone on this big long run playing some tremendous football, and that's great.
I think that if FC took away those early chances like we haven't done, I think FC United can really start to motor up the league. I really think the teams. I think there's an awful lot of psychological stuff with FC. I don't know if it's to do with the number of fans we have and all that there's an extra bit of pressure when things go wrong, and you see the same players sometimes seem all at sea in games early this season. Last 2 games, Saturday I thought was the best performance of the season, and that was such a fantastic game tonight. It really was.
We don't want that every week.
No, but I think
we don't mind for commentary purposes. It's
bloody
brilliant.
It was kind of it's like WWF as well at times. But I think the seeds are there for FC to really go on a run, and maybe I'll be proved wrong.
It's playing tough and fair and no petulance, and that's the one thing we've seemed to cut out is the petulance and getting booked for silly things. Now the Linfield thing, it'd be interesting to see what the referee's report is there, because I think it seems to be ridiculous. Another player, a captain of another football club, it seemed to me anyway, and it's only my opinion, actually trying to get another player sent off.
Yeah.
And the referee and his assistant actually falling for that, and off he goes after 3 or 4 minutes of debating, because there were several players that could have quite easily walked. But it just shows that resilience. And as I say, teams now watching this tonight, and there will be someone from Stourbridge here, no doubt, have been watching that thinking, Bayek, this team have got balls, and they're prepared to get in and get stuck in. And we've got a squad that can also come in and fit in and do exactly the same thing, but also thinking, Bayek, they can't play football as well. That's a great combination to have.
Yeah, we are a footballing side. I don't think they let us play that much tonight. They worked hard. Buxton were the same on Saturday. We played some great stuff.
But we're going to get that all season.
Yeah.
We're going to get that all season. And we've got to be resilient, tough, and score goals. And we've done that tonight. And listen, got to say, it's wonderful to have you here again. We'll be with you at Stourbridge, up to fourth position. Again, give our very, very best to all those players and the manager, and also to Nicky Culkin, because I think he's going to deserve a cuddle after this tonight.
Thanks to you lot, and thanks to the supporters again. They just turn it on every week. That's something that we do get every week, and the supporters are just brilliant every week. We need to take note of that, I suppose.
Well, there you heard it there, boys and girls. Dave Brown is turned on by FC United support, and long may it continue.
Yeah, that's all I get now. Married for 18 years and all that.
You're on live. You're live.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you.
Cheers, Dave. Well done.
Thanks a lot.
I think the last word should go to Brian, because Brian's been sitting there all comfortable without any mouthpiece.
I could have sat there all night and listened to Dave Brown's comedy gold, especially his attitude towards the officials. Refreshing.
It was indeed. Well, the one thing that
I thought the officials were flawless, and I think there's a lot of very hysterical people here who need to calm down.
We've said it. We've said it before.
If I was the head of referees and I wanted a game to illustrate how an official should run a game, then that would have been it. And I don't know what game everybody else was watching, but really, and Craig Linfield deserved everything he got tonight, because frankly, that referee was the only person on the field who really knew what was going on.
The ability to actually see what happened.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're back to early doors now, aren't we?
Absolutely. And that was never a penalty. It was definitely
which one are you talking about?
Ball to hand.
Yeah,
definitely ball to hand. The fact that his hand appeared to punch it
he's certainly
away.
taking his lead from David Brown. That's all I can say.
So I think that it's
nice to finish on a positive.
And can I just say, Knowles' goal was superb.
Absolutely glorious.
It was
the best goal of the season so far. I think.
Great header. I mean, those are just absolutely superb, and the commentary to go with it, I thought was exceptional.
Well, we'll see.
Brian was absolutely tremendous in that bit.
We'll see. To say you were peaking is an understatement. Anyway,
we were Leslie in.
It's now time.
I've been peeking. Look.
He may have been peeking, but he was playing a blinder.
Oh,
did you see that one?
Yes, I did.
This guy.
Okay.
That is another episode of One More Cup of Coffee, recorded here in front of a live studio audience at Bowerfold. Look at them all. So goodbye, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.